Hi, this is Brad with ProLight Gear. Today we're going to be looking at the MSR Reactor stove system. We're going to use the Snow Peak canisters instead of the MSRs just because it's a little bit easier to read the numbers that we wrote on the outside. An empty canister of the Snow Peak fuel weighs 86 grams. A full canister just weighed on our very precise scale weighs 211 grams completely full. That's including canister weight on this one. Here is the Reactor stove. I just fired this up just to make sure it was on. It's still a little warm. This is the grid that once this thing gets going, it's pretty incredible how it works. For this test, I'm not going to use that Snow Peak canister right away. I'm going to show you what it looks like when you fire this thing up, just so you can see what it's doing inside the pot. And right now, you can definitely see that it is going blue. This is when it's just prime. I want to move the full canisters away from the stove, not thinking on that one. But give this a second and the grid will start to turn a bright orange, and that's really when the stove starts coming into its own and using that radiant heat system that they're talking about. You can kind of start seeing it happening a little bit right there. It changes sound completely when this happens. It goes from a whisper to a jet engine. It's pretty interesting to see it do. Here we go. I'm going to shut up so you can hear it, if you can. But there it goes. Super, super efficient. You can actually see this is white hot. I'm going to try and turn down. There we go. You actually see the MSR logo in the foam. MSR does a great job at all the little details they have. Alright, we're going to turn off the camera and then let this thing cool down and come back and do a full test with a liter of water inside the pot, a brand new full fuel canister, so we can see exactly how much fuel has been consumed by the stove to boil 1 liter of water and the time it takes to do it in. Alright, so as we're letting the stove head cool down so I can touch it and affix it to the full canister, MSR is claiming that we can get a 3-minute boil time on 1 liter of water. I'm not sure at what elevation they did that in. We're at 4750 roughly here, so I'm expecting a little bit better than 3 minutes. MSR's specs, for everything that you see here, the stove, the pot, the stove, and the lid, they say it should weigh 496 grams total weight. I'm weighing in at 483 grams on our scale, which is incredibly accurate, so MSR might be overstating a little bit there, which is nice. So I'm at just about 17 ounces overall for this whole system. And then we'll come back once the stove is cool enough for us to try. Inside the Reactor pot, it has little measurements, 1.5 liters right there. You can kind of see it on the video hopefully, but the 1 liter mark is right there, and they say that's max fill line because the water will boil over so quickly. And the 0.5 liter is right down at the base of this this ring right there is right where the 0.5 liter is at. I'm going to use 0.5 liter most of the time. We're going to do a liter test on this one because that's the test that MSR is using on their website. We just want to confirm that they're using proper numbers. Alright, we are ready to begin. We have the water temperature, which you can see there is 62.9 degrees. We're going to add a liter into our pot. Real quick here, we have an empty canister, 86 grams. The full canister at 211. You can hear the water being poured into the pot in the background there. We're going to go right to that first liter mark. Alright, we're exactly at 1 liter of water in the pot. I'm going to fire this thing up, set it on the stove, and then Nick over here will start the stopwatch as we go. 1, 2, 3, and we are going. Here we go. Alright, we've got a better camera angle here. We're at 1 minute 20 seconds roughly of time since we've lit the stove. we should be halfway through our boil time, hopefully. We're trying to have this set up so you can see inside the pot as well as the stopwatch. And we are getting some bubbles coming to the surface already. So I'm pretty impressed so far. Alright, we are exactly at 2 minutes, roughly 5 seconds right now. You can start hearing this thing take off. This just puts a smile on your face, having water this quickly. We're at 2 minutes 15. You start seeing the water shimmer and pop a little bit. We got 45 seconds left. Let's see what happens. We're going to leave the camera on for this just because I think if I turn it off and on again, we're going to miss it. Ten seconds left. I'm not sure it's going to hit that perfect 3 minute that MSR has on the website. And definitely boil times will vary due to temperature of water to start with. That's why we're listing it before we start, and elevation.
And we're just at over 3 minutes now, and it may have to do with taking the lid on and off as another consideration.
Call that boiling. Yep. 3 minutes 34 seconds to a rolling boil. That's incredible. So a little bit longer than MSR states. I'm not sure what water temperature they're using or what elevation they're at. Theoretically, we should be able to boil a little bit faster, just because we are a little bit higher elevation, possibly. We're about 4750. We'll go weigh the canister now to see how much fuel was actually consumed to boil that 1 liter of water. Alright, and the conclusion here is, after boiling a liter of water in 3 minutes 34 seconds, the canister weighed 201 grams. When it started full, it was 211. So that works itself out to 10 grams of fuel per liter. An incredibly efficient little stove. I'm very impressed. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about this stove or any field tests you want to hear about, please give us a call at 406-582-0508 or email us at customerservice@prolightgear.com. We'll be happy to answer any questions you have. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.